Hello everyone. Happy 2026. I hope everyone had a fantastic new year and a lovely festive break. I'm just trying to set up I can't actually see around what's going on here. I hope everyone had a fantastic time and you're all refreshed after the festive break. I believe it was actually pointed out to me on my Discord that today is actually the 12th night, so that's quite fitting. I'm just trying to get it onto YouTube. This is why I sat here going, what's happening? I'll turn that. There we go. So, welcome 2026. I hope everyone did have a nice Christmas. I realised I'm just chatting. There we go. We're going to be starting the build of the Silent King. So, for Christmas, I got the Silent King. I got the Beyblade. It's very exciting to build. So I thought I'll start off with the Silent King, sort of easy sort of introduction. And I have got my hoodie on today because we have had snow. We've had snow since Saturday, I think it was, and it's still there. So it's kind of supposedly hit and miss if we're gonna get snow tonight. But this morning, I got to work just before 8:30. It was minus 6.67. to be precise. So I don't know if we're going to get any more snow. It keeps changing. It's meant to snow overnight again, but I don't think it is now. It all depends where you go. So, it's been crazy, so I thought, you know what, I'm nice and cozy. Oh yeah, it's meant to start snowing again overnight. Literally within the next hour. Until about 7 o'clock in the morning. So, I thought I'm going to leave my hoodie on. Why not? So I thought we'll start doing this chap. I have got some new extra thin cement. I've used a little bit of it on something else that didn't really work, so I've kind of piled up my glues. I've got the super glue, which I think is basically running out. My plastic glue is it's just still should be some in there. So I never actually finished doing my Christmas Warhammer, which I'm really kind of excited about. I just didn't have time. But then I've shared on my Discord, someone gave me these massive boxes of create your own body balms, and because they started it, they were gonna do it and they didn't, and they put it in the loft. So then I've had all this stuff and everything's in it, and then there's this random box about this big of polystyrene, and they're actually glass baubles that you can put things in, like a hole in the side. So I was instantly when I wrapped that, I was I know exactly what I'm going to do for them. So I was I've now got all year to have no excuse of not actually finishing my Christmas Warhammer. I realised I haven't actually set up so you can build along with me. So this is quite tricky, as you can see. Bear with me whilst I just do that whilst I'm chatting. So I'm not going to build him all in one go, because that's just gonna be quite impossible to build. What was it? Manual? I can't think put in it. Build sheet maybe. Build instructions, here we go. I realised I've kind of missed this out. So I'm really looking forward to this. So this was my present, and I said I got the Beyblade, but the Beyblade, I will actually magnetise that. I'm kind of looking at his arm, so this bit here, you can change this weapon and it's all connected to one arm, so I'm kind of that magnet's going to be really small, or I could potentially change it, I believe, but then looking at these ones, they are completely different as well. I haven't really looked that far ahead into this. You can see it slightly better on there. Yo, what's? Welcome in. I hope you are well. I'm sporting my hoodie today. Can't believe we got a Fallout one. We're gonna have to put it down in the corner so you can. There we go. Not quite sure where to put this now. I'll have to overlay it down there. Probably set up. No worries at all. I kind of really forgot that I need to do this. just make it a little bit smaller so you can kind of see what we're doing. It's kind of like a little bit self-explanatory. I realised I haven't really thought this far ahead, and I don't want chat to suddenly disappear because we are live on both YouTube and Twitch. So then I need to go back onto here. That might be a bit small. This is why my brain kind of goes now. How do you get from? No. Interact. That's the button. That's the button we need, and then we should. It does. Let me know if that gets a bit irritating. I know I'm kind of missing like a bit of the screen, but look, for last minute realization that I have done it quite wrong. I forgot. So it is quite small. I thought it would be quite a lot. It's a standard kind of size box. There you go, so you can see him on there as well. But there are so many different pieces to this. This would be number one. An airbrush job would be amazing. And then you've only got 3 sprues. In the Baneblade, there are 11 of these. Which makes sense because you've got about 7 guns. So that's the size of the actual base, and then you've got 2 for size comparison. So I thought I'm going to start with these and then do like bits. As I said, I'm not going to build it all in one go because that would be impossible to paint. So maybe like the little figures, maybe him, or maybe the outside of his throne. I'm not quite sure. So we'll see how it goes. Yay Raimi, yay more Necrons! I'm excited to build this because this is also going to be the main bit, and I have actually the new unpronounceable one has now been put aside for me because it doesn't come out for a couple of months. The new swirly dude, as I'm now calling him, the new Necron main one. Right, I know I was looking at thinking what sprue number I need. I'll tell you, it's my first day back at work today. So I feel a little bit all over the place. So we are going to actually skip and then I'll change it on there. But welcome in. I hope everyone had a lovely Christmas. I'm going to just get things going, and we're going to start with the most easiest bit. Which done. So we're literally going to skip right to the end. So you can see, well, actually, I think, oh no, so there are, you have Mr. Man. Oh, I think there are only 3 weapons. Okay, I haven't actually looked. I forgot to bring my book up as well. So it's pretty cool. So we're going to start here. The most easiest bit. Because that's it. So you get 2 of these. What are they called? Menhirs? Triangle menhirs. I thought, why not start simple? Start the year off simple, shall we? As I said, I've got different kinds of like glue. I'm quite tempted to try this. So we'll give that a go. But I'm not quite sure. I think what I was using it for was not quite the right thing. Plastic models that had a prime paint, which were my Daughters of Cain, my, oh my god, I just had their name in my head. Canary, the ones on like a really thin stand, have, I've got 3 of them that are broken, and I put them all in display, which I have not actually shown yet, but they are all on my Necrons that are currently on display. I've still got to put together a video of all my Fallout as well. It was quite hard. I don't know if you can actually see that. But that's all of my Necrons now on display. Can you tell which one stands out that I haven't actually painted? Oh, but under the blue light, I don't know if this is going to come up. Oh, it's not going to come up. Is it now going to come up? Under the blue, like the colour just like pops. So I will be posting that more to my social so you can actually see, because you've also got a reflection of like my ring light. Alright, I think when I was here earlier, the stream wasn't loading for me. Oh, at least it's back now. Let me know, because my internet does have a tendency to just go, oh, not going to work now. It did yesterday, in fact, stop working. This is when you go online and you go, oh, well, like, internet provider. Is anyone else down? It's like 20, if that, then it just massively spiked to well over 1,000. I was like, I don't think it's me. So 104, I'm presuming this is, I'm not even checking, I'm like, I think I know which little sprue this belongs to. I'm looking forward to painting these, but these are going to take me so long, and I've got all of my creek to do and the tank. So my goal is to literally just get them at least like my Krieg. Oh, fizzy, so I'm like really hiccupy. Primed. That's the kind of goal, but see. So now I have got my Necrons and my Daughters of Khaine on display, which is something I have wanted for a long, long time. I mean, my Daughters of Khaine aren't... they're probably more like 80% not painted. But I don't care. They've got Prime on, they're there. And I thought, oh, I'll just put them away. I was like, no, you know, well, that might be incentive to actually try and have some time to paint. So I have a few goals like this year. No one goes resolutions. I don't tend to make resolutions. I'm just hoping hoops for this year is to actually build my entire Krieg army. Don't care if it's not painted by like this time next year. Saying as I've had a box set, I've just been so busy, like since what, June, and I haven't built any of it. What am I looking up there? I'm looking at a page. 105. So that's my goal. So I may also have a slight change to my stream schedules, just so I can have a bit of a break, because I was struggling with trying to, like, I was working, like, oh, you should stream more, and I was like, I am absolutely flattered by that, because obviously that's what a streamer wants to hear. Or a content creator wants to hear, but I was struggling to do anything, so I might drop 3 streams a week back down to 2, but I might do like the first Sunday of every month. So Sunday is the one that I might drop, because also this year I need, it's not more of a want as I need, to make a new vault suit, because my one is just, it's not worth saving. I mean, it's okay to sit in, like, on stream, but, I mean, it was kind of a bad state because it's just fallen apart. And I thought, oh, as long as I can just use it for, like, content photos. But it's that fallen apart, I haven't even got a heart, like, the heart to actually put it on. And especially because it's kind of gone in the bum. I don't do that kind of content. I don't particularly want to start doing that kind of content. So unfortunately, yeah, so it might just be top shots, or I might just go to town on it and just absolutely, like, where it's ripped, like, rip it. Not in the bum, because I'm going to keep that covered. I'll try and stitch it back up, but like in the arm panels, just the arm panels on the actual sleeve are ripping, and it's like not even a seam. So I might just destroy it and start again. So my goal is to make a new one, but we'll see. And another cosplay, and then I'm like, then I want to make this. So I'm hoping, like, if I can drop at least, say, my Sunday stream, I can still use that as like a content. I did hope like a Thursday. Oh, that's really cold for some reason. Like Thursdays were quiet with work. I genuinely only had a half a day, and I was like, well, I can use this to do like content. That doesn't happen. So I'm like, I need maybe another day. Oh good, it was just my Twitch need a refreshing only. It's because I scrubbed back after refreshing this. I like, okay, yeah, it can be some weird stuff, can't it? I find it can be like, even on mine, it's like it delays it for some reason. No bum rips. I mean, I suppose it would be quite like wastelandish, but it's really disheartening because, like, I don't even how I don't wear it. As you, if you like follow me, you'll know I haven't had time to do any like cosplay photos. I do want to go out and do some more. Maybe that's a goal for this year, but I'm also like, I cannot wear this vault suit out. Which is fine, you know, like in and around at home, that's fine. But the fact is that it's gone in the bum, and all it's been doing is hanging up. That says a lot, because I know, like, when I made it, it was all fine, and then it was hanging up, and I was like, it's literally falling apart, not just on the shoulders, but like everywhere. And this was for a competition. So I was a bit like, really, like, London finals will be 2 years ago now. So I'm like, but I'm glad I did it because I can use the pattern. Actually, no, I won't use the pattern because it was a pretty shit pattern, to be honest, which I paid for. Yo, Gekka, welcome in! Happy New Year! Hope you're keeping well. So I'm going to try and make a new one. I've been thinking about, instead of using like cotton, I'm going to try and... Thing is, we don't have any like fabric shops around. Oh, I don't anymore. I don't even know where the nearest one is to me anymore. But I know what kind of material I want to make it more like a actual... And I keep looking at my armour, but I'm like, I've got my original one, which I just think this is good to see the progress and try and make some like out of foam. I'm going to try and make a prop because someone gave me like loads of cardboards, and they're like, I saw them last week and they're like, have you made anything yet? And I was like, no, but I've also used your boxes to store stuff while I redecorate, and they kind of look really disappointed. So I have to make something. I know what I'm going to make is going to be a prop. So I'm going to keep one. Oh my goodness, how bad is it, right? So I thought I'll keep my hoodie on today. I thought I've got a nice, like, I've got my thick everything on. So bad. And it wasn't like meant to last. Like this morning, minus 6.6. It's like, what is this? And then it was like, when did I message you? What, like 1? And it was like -1. But it's such a different kind of it felt cold today, like when I was when Vault Boy was outside building an igloo. He told me it was. I do now also need to knit him Vault-Tec coloured scarf, because the scarf. So if you've seen any of my recent posts of Vault Boy having fun in the snow, that scarf is not Vault-Tec colours. I feel like I should tag them in the post, which I might actually do for the next one. Oh, I could do a cameo if it's still like snowing tomorrow. So the scarf is actually from, because no one will get it, Dad's Army. It's Pike scarf. So when I went to the Dad's Army Museum, I knitted him a Pike scarf, and they absolutely loved it because they were also like, what the hell? No one has ever come here with that before. Which was really cute, because then you have to go and find the Dad's Army teddy, and then they give you like a badge or a sticker. I think probably a sticker. And they were in love with it, that my little Vault Boy doll. Had that. And the ice as well. I realised you can't actually see me because of that bit there. Right now, I do apologise. I've not paid any attention. I have got to build another one of these, so I do need to like knit him something, maybe some mittens or something. How did you manage? Oh, because your mod, you managed to do a poll. Should Crazy? There we go. Poll in chat. Should Crazy rip the bum off her Vault Boy cosplay? I could just actually make it a 2-piece. I don't even know if I can even bring myself to try. I don't even know how it's ripped. I said it was literally on the hanger. And I only wear it on Fallout Friday streams, and where I am sitting. And my arse is not that big. Like... That's awesome. Oh, thank you. I need to make him some mittens as well. I mean, I did make some for, what's his mini-me. So I think I'm going to make him some Vault-Tec ready. But then by the time I get round to making it, it'll be bloody summer. I could make him some mittens with the string. And a hat. I need to make him. I have a Fallout hat and scarf. Which I am the true collector because I've had the hat and scarf 2+ years. I have not taken the labels out. I have not taken them. Well, I have taken out the packet to look at it and put it back in. I don't want to use them because it's like, oh, it's a collector's item. Which I know is like really bad. So I'm going to try and do something with my Vault suit. I just need to... To be fair, it's kind of like it's on the list of things to do. But I also would like to do a Warhammer cosplay still. Then I'm like... I need the space. Whereas a Vault suit is quite easy, isn't it? Because a Vault suit is just like, it doesn't take up much space. If you want everything from him, don't hesitate. I know I'm always focused on big project, but I'll get there eventually. Oh, thank you! Like, his little woolen... I need to do him like a little hat, don't I? Hat and scarf. So, that's why he hasn't got... I'm going to try some of this. That's where his scarf is from. So, I didn't actually think about that. What I should do is get... Oh, the Ripper is a bit big. What if I got that's his size? I've got like a couple of the Loot Crate mini figures. And then I could do a picture with him in the snow and go, they don't like it, up 'em. If you've seen the show, you'll know what I mean. I'm trying this glue out. I'm not sold on it at the moment, but we'll see. Oh, and the snowman picture... That's why I asked if you've seen the series. I was like, I don't think anybody's got why I had the picture with the sledgehammer. Massive spoiler alert, by the way. Well, it's not really because it's Fallout. So I'm like, if I don't like them, up them. Though to be fair, everyone's probably seen it. Like, ready for what is it? Tuesday? Oh, Fallout is out tomorrow. Episode 4. Or was I meant to actually attach that to that first? Well, I do apologise. So I'm very excited about that. Yep, ready? King today. He said he was really disappointed. I was like, what? In the Fallout series? I was like, why? Because he'd only just learned... I'm calling him out now, he's not listening. That he only just learnt that it's set after New Vegas. I was like, yeah. I don't know how much to put on, too little, too much. So I'm ready, I can't wait tomorrow. I'm actually finishing a little bit earlier tomorrow, so I'm actually looking forward to that. I say a little bit earlier. Actually, yeah, it will be. Probably about half an hour earlier. Maybe 45 minutes early, let's be a little bit. If I get a wiggle on. I don't know if that's really going to hold in there. I'm not entirely sure where I'm going to put the glue. I can't feel any glue. What is this? This glue really smells. I know how. Oh yeah, they always, because he goes, oh, this, I know. I'm like, to be fair, I'm like, they haven't called up Fallout New Vegas. And I think it's good. Exactly, I think it's good. I think there's just so much, as a Fallout content creator, I see so much hate. If you don't like New Vegas, you don't like Fallout. And I'm like, that's one thing I'm like really worried about, is because if they don't do it as New Vegas, people are gonna complain, and guess what, they are complaining, because it's not Fallout New Vegas. You know, it's not like Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, Like, if they just did Harry Potter, you'd just be like, oh, there's just going to be a bunch of school kids that's, you know, that's it in the magical world of Hogwarts. Like, if you know what I mean, it's not like the Warhammer one. It's like, it's going to be, you know, it's close to the stories, but thing is with Fallout, it can be anything. I'm likely to start watching when more has been released. That is a better idea, especially so you don't have to keep paying for Prime. I'm pretty hyped to watch it though. I'm gonna say it. New Vegas gameplay, not that good, guys. People need to chill and just let people enjoy their parts. Exactly. I think if they remastered it, they missed a trick. I'm gonna put this out here. Bethesda did miss a trick. They should have done, what they should have done was, instead of a Fallout 4, whatever it was, clearly I haven't got it, where the hell does this go? Oh, I don't actually know. In there, right. They should have done a New Vegas remaster. Because how on point would that have been? People would have downloaded it because of the series, paid for it because of the series, but also, if you're sitting there going like me, like I haven't really played New Vegas, I can't get into it. Walton Goggins won't play it. He has no intention to play the game, and he's in it. Right? Right? That's my comeback. Don't think Ella Purnell, she hasn't played it, has she? She's only done a little bit of 4, I think, didn't she say? You know, I think a series should be that good that if you haven't played the game, it doesn't matter, as long as it's easy to follow. A bit like, I didn't like Witcher Season 1, I thought Season 2 was a lot better. I didn't like the way they'd done Season 1, and I haven't really played much of The Witcher, and I found it bloody confusing. So I said it's best in his dream. Fallout 4 focused on the gameplay. New Vegas was mostly about story. See, there, that's true. So if he says like because he does a lot of like Fallout 4 and 76. That's a good idea, but they did Oblivion instead. Yes, they would have been better if they had timed it and done a New Vegas, just a New Vegas remaster. I think then I know I would be more incentive to play it. To be fair though, I don't have a lot of time, so I've been trying to play like, oh, that's the wrong way around. I want to play more Fallout London, I want to get back into 4 because King has been playing it and I'm like, I want to play 4. But, because I've got London as a mod, you can only play 1 at a time, but he has given me his old laptop, and which is newer than this one. So I was like, I could technically start playing it. You on it, welcome in! Right, again, that's 1. That took me that long to chat. And I played a bit of Eggs and Prep, but Chris, I'm up for what I understand. Was it that way round? I know she hadn't really played much of one or the other. And I know Walton Goggins has no interest. And I'm like, if he has never played it and he's in the series, but you like him, I don't know. I do find, as a Fallout content creator, I'm going to say this, as a Fallout content creator, you can tell the people, how can I word this? People who are like me and go, just let everyone just play a Fallout that they like. When you start going, there's only one, well, are you a Fallout fan? If you start going, oh, let's make another one, you know. Like, if you're going, oh, for example, Vegas is the only one, why would you want to play anything else? It's like, well, you're not a Fallout fan then, are you? And if it was that bad, Bethesda wouldn't be bringing out other Fallouts. Or if it was that fantastic, they would have just stopped at Vegas and then added to it. You could argue it that way. Just saying. I know 76 got a lot of hate, and I said it to Mr. Howard. I was like, I know it gets a lot of hate, but I absolutely love it. That's what I've got to say that to you. That was my goal, to say to Todd Howard that I enjoyed 76. I know I'm a minority, and he was like, but it's like one of the best games, numbers wise. And I know some people go, oh well, it's just like Cash Cow, and oh, it's really crap. So you haven't played it. I mean, if it was that bad, it would be on the next Fallout. Just saying. Which they can still do. We all know how Fallout first, and you know they could still make more money from. So if it was that crap, they would have left it alone, killed it off, brought out another Fallout. I don't know why there's just so much hate. If you don't like if you like any other Fallout other than New Vegas, there is so much hate. But when you got like top content creators, I don't know, like Tunnel Snake for example, she does a lot of Fallout content, which is lovely, like nice to see. Everyone's entitled to an opinion, but I'm like, it's not called Fallout New Vegas series. That's the word. If they were doing a Fallout New Vegas series, yes, they would have to follow it to the T. But you know, like even in books, you know, Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, they change things. I don't know, it became a background character in his own show. I found it so confusing. Like, I didn't like the first season because it's like here, there and everywhere, and you had to know what was going on. A bit like, what was it? Is it Last of Us with Bella Ramsey and I've forgotten the dude's name, apart from Mandalorian. Him. I had never played the game and I watched the series and I liked it. Easy to follow. This is what I'm finding like with Fallout and being a content creator. So I keep saying it, but I see a lot of things, and I know a lot of people who, like, especially from work, they've watched the series because of me, and I was like, I should be on commission here, but they can follow it. They don't know what it is, they only know it from me, from what I do, and I'm like, that is fantastic. That's when you know you've got successful, like, but it's a bit like Warhammer coming out. I know you've got, what's his face in it, who was the Witcher, Henry Cavill. It'll be interesting to see how that played out, but I imagine if he's helping to direct it because he's a Warhammer player himself, it should be good. 76 started badly, but they fixed it eventually. Exactly, they should have not released it as soon as they did. But I was never like that disappointed in it as everybody else. If that makes sense. But it did. I mean, they didn't have any NPCs, you know, and then people go, oh, it's not the same thing. Oh. It's like, no, it's a modern game. You know, and what is nice, you know, people like 76, honest, we're building Warhammer, talking about Fallout, and they go, oh, well, I don't want to play with other people, it's not like what it's like being in the wasteland. It's like, yeah, but you don't have to. And you don't need to have Fallout I mean, you can buy Fallout first, which I don't, because it's really expensive. So you can have your own private server. You might know someone. I know a couple of people who've like said, if you want a private server, hop on, and you know they'll do one. But to be fair, like I actually played a bit last night. I hadn't played since I last streamed like 2 weeks ago. What did I do? But more than that, because it was a Christmas stream. I didn't see another player. So you can play. I didn't do any big events. I went to start distinguished guests because you had to do like kill 10 holidays scorched in a team. So I was like, well, I know they'll be coming in. I was the only one doing it. It really was just so empty. So bizarre. No NPCs. But wasn't it exciting? Like, you could play with friends and meet them in the wasteland. It's like, I had the day off work and this other guy, a delivery guy from work, back when I used to work in the bakery, we both booked the time off so we could play together and explore together. And I remember we come across the Scorched Beast and we were like, what the fuck is that? Also, yeah. We were like, the fuck? So I have fond memories of playing it because, you know, it was actually, you can enjoy the wasteland with friends. And it just shows as well, there's always like so many new people like starting. There was a low level, I had somebody join me. Actually, you know what, I lied. I did come across another player. I lie. It was doing the what's it called? Not Scorched Earth, that's the Scorched Beast Queen. When you go to the airplane base, the airplane, I can't think what it's called, and all the Scorched come out, you know. It's like the one where if you need to kill so many Scorched, like all the holiday ones. Oh, what's it called? I can't remember now. And there was a level 44 who joined. So I do lie. Apologies. I did come across someone, but only come across them because we were clearly both after the same. Let's get so many holiday Scorched in a team, and they were actually on my team. So. But I was like, yesterday I was like, right, I can't actually remember. Well, my goal last night to go on it was to do more of the actual storyline. I couldn't even tell you what the main 76 storyline is called. I don't even know how much I've started, if I've started it. I can't actually remember because I get so sidetracked with everything else. But then I got sidetracked with everything else and still didn't do it. I was like, right, my goal was, I sat down, I was like, right, my goal is to finish this main quest line. I think I went as far as Googling what it was called, and then I didn't look at my phone because I got really sidetracked. Well, that's 76 for you. So it's very strange talking about Fallout world building. Right. But it will be like really good fun when the new Warhammer series comes out. I don't know when that's actually due. Lots of bit glue come out now. But what I've got happening downstairs right now is I've got King Peanut and Daddy Peanut, who two people come to my stream, or Peanut more comes to my stream, are playing Lord of the Rings at the moment, miniatures. I say downstairs because they only need a small table for it. So, and I'm being coaxed into getting a Hobbit army. Because it is really cheap. I mean, you could spend like 40 quid and you've got an entire army, and you're like, right, okay. I'm painting along with you today. Ooh, what you painting? When working on my bigger stuff, but waiting for my shelves to organise my shed, and I'll start working on the bigger ones. Oh, that's quite cool. Thank you for the hydrate. I was like, don't forget it's fizzy. I got a solar stream for Christmas. Yay, adult life. I was like, I really want a solar stream, and then it was like Black Friday sale, and I was like, I know what I like for Christmas. That's really cool. The shed is going well. Oh, be so cool. I'm hoping when I get kind of a bit sorted, I can then change where I am at the moment. She's in the bedroom. But all of that is, I can't move the Warhammer table until I have the plumber in to put a radiator in the conservatory. Which obviously now at this point, because I've been waiting for the house to come through, which I'm still waiting. Bits like that. That's not really a winter job. So then I will put the Warhammer table back in the conservatory where it was. But you can't store Warhammer in there though. Why did the other one go so well and then this one's gone really shit? Because the conservatory gets way too hot in the summer. But you can put the table in there, unlike the cheap old cardboard scenery. Fancy, I realise it ages, but Crippen had a stupid life in the way too. It's awful, isn't it, when it's just like, I know what I want. So that's my next goal. Well, actually no, the first save up is something else in the house. I have actually ordered, so I've got my my glass cabinets are now full, but can't put, I've got 2 more acrylic staircase stands, you know, like 5 layered shelves are coming via Temu, so I ordered 4, because then 4 of the same, and then they only had 4 in stock, so I've ordered 2 more. So I can't put anything else until they arrive. I've also ordered 4 acrylic wall boxes, which I'm gonna put, like, it shows in the picture you can put like baseball cards in it. So I was like, well, technically they've got to be the same size as like magic cards or cards in general. They're gonna go on the walls. So I've got. Also thinking everything's coming. I've got Morrison's coming on Thursday. I've got IKEA delivery on Saturday, which is my massive frames for my Fallout posters. So I've only got 1 on the wall. So I thought, let's just buy 1 to make sure. So I've got 3 coming and a smaller frame for something else. I've got an Amazon coming, and so I've got a lot of like little deliveries coming, all to do with my like living room. It's turning into a nerd house. And I've got. Then what I'm gonna do is I've been actually struggling to try and find some nice black floating shells. Then I'm gonna put the empty Warhammer boxes, so like the Silent King box, is then I want to put that on the wall, so get like a really thin black shelf. So I'm gonna give it a go first to I've just seen all the glue was running down the side and I was slightly panicked. That like no more nails sticky stuff, but I kind of want to get it to then hang up like a hook, because you can get them, you know, like a little hook. So stick it on the back of a hook, because I can then hook the picture frames up. But I don't know how good they are. And also I'm hoping, because number 1, I bought these acrylic boxes from Temu, they're going to be light as hell. Doesn't really fill you with confidence when they're coming by land. So I was like, please don't be there. But they are meant to go in the wall with like 2 screws. So I'm thinking if I just absolutely obliterate the back with loads of this no more nails and stick it permanently to the wall, because that's not going to change, but I don't want to stick the frame directly to the wall, because we all know that you might want to change the picture out, you know, or if it, we all know they all get dusty, don't they, and grimy. Or they might just slightly dislodge, so I want access to take the frame off. I know what I want, but I don't know if it's gonna happen that way. Sometimes I'm living the dream, like we're even getting in the way too much. I've given up with that. I'm like, I'm changing. So I will have to probably book my plumber in to do the radiator. The radiator is really easy to do because he's literally got the radiator is there. It just has to go through the wall. And it's there. It's literally just got to travel through the wall. So I'm turning it into a complete, like, a proper nerdy setup. Then I wasn't quite sure, because I've got, like, under the stairs bits where it's going. So the remaining 3 they are massive Fallout posters, I want to put under there. I did think about up the stairs, but I also want to get the builder in. So behind me, just here, you might see there's 1 wardrobe here. I want to put in a cupboard just beside it, so there's no point doing the stairs until I get the builder in to do that, which I thought is more of a winter job. So one thing at a time, you know, utilize space. So I was slowly turning it into that. Oh, I thought about putting in like a shelf on the other side, and then putting like my power armor on it, or like my Nucatron on it, so you can still like grab it and take it down. And it's also out the way, so it would probably make more sense if it was my Nucatron. Oh, I thought I just ripped it then. Slight panic. Right, should we work out what bit? I'm just looking at what bit else it can do. I feel like I'm just going to be picking bits at this point. That looks complicated. So at the moment I've got one massive fallout post on the wall. I've got another long fallout poster, which is the Wanderer walking away with dog meat. Under that I've got 2 Halo posters on the wall. I've got another Fallout map to put on the wall, which is like A4 size. I have got a Nuka-Cola canvas wall hanger, which isn't on the wall. I haven't put it on the wall, but I know they're incredibly kind of, I wouldn't say rare. So I'm a bit like, I don't want this to get destroyed or dusty, or... But I'm not entirely sure where that would go. And also I may decide to put 2 pictures, Fallout posters above the bed. But you know when you're like, I don't know if I want frames above my bed in case they fall down and like in the middle of the night. Because they are because these are massive frames. I don't really feel like waking up with a black eye, if you know what I mean. So I'm slowly getting there. It's just to do like little bit after little bit. I feel like this bit might be okay to do first. I'm just trying to look through to see what would be actually easy to do. And then I keep looking at floor like rugs and stuff, and I'm like, oh my god, you can get like Warhammer ones, other Fallout ones, but I'm like, no, because you can't see it because of the coffee table. It's flat to the ground. Oh, so if you heard my drama before about my coffee table delight, they did fully refund me because I was like, I hit them back again going, we're using the same pictures that are on Wafer, this is clearly not the same quality. I miraculously got my money back. I managed it. I was like, to be fair, I think there was like something stupid. Was it like 10 screw things that I couldn't use, and I'd like 2 remaining that I could. I still managed to build it. So I got the coffee table for free. So I'm like, if I find a better one, I can just like sell this one. It's meant to have USB light, no, RGB light or not USB. Oh, I suppose USB light. Right, around it. The light only extends 3 sides. And I'm like, right, so you see on the picture, it's the light goes underneath because it's quite blocky. So you've got like a glass panel, which I was then going to get another acrylic box. I'm all about display here. But I'm also like, that's actually quite handy to have that open space to put other things in. It's got a drawer. So it's quite like a rectangle, but not that big. It's when I go underneath, so it glows. So number 1, it only goes 3 sides, and number 2, I got it out, we stick it down. I was like, so it's USB because obviously you're not going to be in the middle of the room near a plug, so you have to get an adapter, you know, like a power bank. I was like, that's absolutely fine. I've got one I can use because you're not going to use it often. Then I was also like, oh, hang on a minute. They haven't put in a hole into, say, the drawer, or the other side is open, so you're going to have the USB, which is quite long, and a power bank on display with a white wire on the black coffee table. And I was like, no, so I haven't. But I was like, I'm sure I can make use of. I want to do this bit first. We're just literally going to mix and match this. Apart from we're not going to build them bits because they look even more complicated. So there's a lot of brain power going behind each bit, but you notice, I feel like it's like when I was building my power armor. It's like I'm getting really annoyed because I want to get on and do it, but I can't do it because I need to do that bit first. But I have to like, but it's getting there. Slowly turn. I've got new curtains as well. My curtains were absolutely, they were here when I bought the place in 16. They were that bad. If you brushed against the back of them, you'd get white powder on you. And dust would literally go everywhere. They went in the bin, and I was like, I need to take up the new curtains, but I was like, you know what, I can live with this. And they're not see-through, they're actually blackout, and they really work. And they're actually really keeping their heat, and they're also thermal, I think. They're meant to keep, like, cold and heat, something different like that. Depends how confident you are with roll plugs, right? What are roll plugs? Roll plugs. Oh, like the little round thingies. But I managed to fix the coffee table. I managed to do the coffee table because it turns out you only needed like a couple more of the things. I got my money back. Called them out going, I think you might be lying to the consumer that this is not the same product that is on Wayfair. I mean, I know I bought on Amazon. It was slightly cheaper than Wayfair. And I was like, I have just built a few units from Wayfair in the same brand. This is not the same thing. It helps. This with the Master Chief and the rest of the shelf. Was that a command strip jobby? Yeah, that was weird. Because I had a multi-picture frame on the wall. Now, I believe in the spiritual. I should wave as, hello Scales, I see you there. I hope you're well. I'll just put a wave. I know sometimes you can't hear. Now, my massive picture frame had been on the wall since like 2016. Right? Only been down a couple of times. I took it down after my rabbit passed away because I was like, you know what, I'm going to sugar scrub the walls, ready to paint. Weeks later, it suddenly falls off the wall. Now this is an outside wall, there's no door on this wall. It's literally an outside wall, there's nothing against it. Nothing happened. I don't live on a main road where a lorry went past. It fell off the wall. Why is this significant, crazy, you say? Well, I then found out it was the funeral of somebody my family knew. And we're like, we knew, and it wasn't a great relationship, shall we say. I mean, it was, but you know when people just turn sour? Well, she was okay. It was actually her then immediate fact, because yeah, it's confusing. But yeah, how weird. This has been on the wall all that time, and it literally just dropped down off the wall, and then it fell forward. So everything like Master Chief control stand broke, and that was on a hook. That was like on a screw. And I'd been up there all this time. Yeah. The frame, I think, had like one slight mark on it. It broke a photo frame, which was a standard glass one. This one was just plastic and acrylic, like sheet. A couple of other things broke, but it'd been on the wall that long. And I'm like, this is why you don't piss off the dead. Weird that then the next day, I think it was like the next day, I found out it was then her funeral, which we didn't know about. Which is really weird. Would we have gone if we knew about it? Are we glad we didn't go? I was like the daughter she never had, apparently, so... Bit weird, isn't it? A bit of plastic you put into the wall before you put a screw in. Oh, the screws were fine. This is the weirdest thing as well with this. The screws were sound in the wall. The backing where the screw goes is one of them zigzag things. Was fine. It didn't half and then fall down, it just dropped. Peeking in. No worries, I hope you had a good start to the year, Scales. I can hear this time. Oh, that's good. I'm glad you can hear. I know sometimes you can't. Some people can, some people can't. Some people are like checking in from work or on a lurk or something like that. Winston would be like, "Cool, I can walk on walls now." I mean, it could have been him. You know what? The other day, I actually woke up and thought, I was like, because I've been enjoying the last couple of days off to myself. I woke up and I thought, oh, I better go and get Winston's breakfast. He is currently middle of the mantelpiece, and he had his Santa hat on, or he had an elf hat on, which was his hat for Christmas. And then for New Year, he had, oh no, not for New Year because he's not down. He's also had his old, his Vault-Tec party hat on. It's spooky, right? Yeah, just editing some videos. I have a new hobby to help me with my mental. Ooh, what's the hobby? Or is it editing videos your hobby? Well, I need to get back into this. I'm loving these snow days because I've literally just like gone, I can make content with Vault Boy. That's why I'm kind of hoping if I drop back down to, I'm not even paying attention what number these are. I can't even read what it says. 33. Yeah, I was talking about 33 because I was like, I was 34 recently. I saw a meme today, which made me stop and think. This person said they are turning 36, which means they have spent half their life as a child and half their life as an adult. I was like, you know that the meme when you're like, what? Oh. So technically, you could claim I'm not really experienced as an adult yet. Writing stuff. Ooh, bit out of the blue, but yeah, that's really cool. Have you been doing like videos on them? I have been really even more slack over the Christmas and New Year. I've tried to really step away as much from even scrolling on like Instagram. I'll do like a little bit, and even like on X. Like I've been trying to then keep sort of like Vault Boy, you know, just every now and then just do like a little post. Some people are still chewing by me. So true. In fact, I was at work today. Someone who's just a few years younger than me, still 30, I think 30. They were 30 or 31 this year, something like that, in their 30s. I said it to them because they could say, oh, what's the name of it? And then we were talking about, because they've got children, and how, you know, kids these days, obviously depending on where you are in the world, don't know true snow. So we were both because we effectively went to the same schools, but obviously at different times. You know, like how she's saying, oh, the children can't have snowball fights because they might roll one and it has a stone in it and chuck it at a child's face, and we're like, well, that will teach them not to do that. You know, and like the children have never, this is like what we've got at the moment, we've had snow since Saturday, or like her kids have never seen like a proper snow, apart from the eldest, who's still technically at primary school. I don't know how old is 7, I don't know, because they merged. Remember Beast of the East 2, I think she said, something like that. But that's it, and it's like, that's really depressing. We're like, in our day, it's like, look, we haven't quite gone over the 36 threshold, so technically we could say we're not mature yet. Like, in our day, we had to trudge to school in like 6 foot of snow. Yeah, I have a second channel for, oh, that's really cool. I'll have to like check you out, or name drop. What is it? What are you called? What are you on? Drop your socials. Oh, you can't drop a link there because no, I don't think it would work for you even being a mod. I will give you a shout as well. I'm really lacking in this. I tell you what, my brain, it's been my first day back at work and my brain's not been quite there. I'm like, I'm still on holiday mode. What happened to real servos or anything other than snow? I know. It's that set. Oh, I'm doing it on the wrong bit. Serves and right, doesn't it? There we go. I'm just gonna shout you out. One of the lovely people who I've been following for a long, long time. Frost Valentine music is the channel. Not Nick Valentine. I love it. Are you on whatever? Are you on all socials like you are? Oh my god, this is driving me insane, this bit. I'm trying to also keep it so you can see what we're doing. Go on, self-promote. Just YouTube. Cool, I shall do that now. I can do that on my phone. Live follow. Sometimes I find it... Oh, I can spell it correctly. Or if you find me... I was a bit like, that's not you, so it came up. It came up with this lady. I was a bit like... Don't think that's you, then I realised that's an ad. I see you. I should subscribe. Because I've done that before, like, I've been at Con and someone goes, yeah, follow on YouTube, and I'm going, where are you? And they're like, let me find it, and they're like, I'll follow you, and then you follow back. I have followed. Subscribed. I don't know what you call it on YouTube. Subscribe. That's why I soon, hopefully, need to work some... Ooh, that's pretty cool. Thanking you. I have subbed. Oh, I'm not really paying attention to this whatsoever, am I? That's really cool. Will Sunny come out all of a sudden? Come on! I would use the other one, but it's really smelly. Bearing one up, get to sleep on you later. And I did shut the door. I'll have a little breather beforehand. It is really smelly. I mean, when I got it from the little hobby shop, they were like, it's really smelly. And you know, if you see like Chris Griffin when he's like got a miniature or something and he goes open the packet, get that and gets the glue out and goes like smells it instantly. It's like nice. It absolutely reeks. I'm currently doing comic book videos, which is fun. They looked really cool. Like reading the lyrics. How do you even do that? Is like a certain like, I'm not going to call it AI technology, I don't know. I'd love to get into what Fallout Fanatics, I think that's what they are called on TikTok and that. They started doing a lot of like videos with AI, you know, so they're in their like Vault-Tec power armor, which they've made, which is so cool. And then they're being chased like by a Yaogal or something. They did one the other day, which I thought was really cool because they're a little family, so their 2 children have got Vault suits, and so they've AI'd it, so like the child is then running from the power armor, turns and then proper like karate kicks him in the power armor. I was like, that is so cool. Obviously, you know it's AI, and then I know people go, oh, it's not content if it's AI. And it's like, yeah, but you can never, or like they're fighting like a bloody Yaogal. It's like, I don't think you can get to fight a Yaogal. It's like no different if you superimpose, but obviously using it for good and not for like, you know. No more. Alright, no, so the lyrics are all mine. That's so cool. Exactly, when used right, like that's, I think one of my goals is to try and do more. I mean, I try and like say when I've done like my Mrs. Vault, I can't think, Miss Nuka, World, the vintage style, I was like, oh, I'm kind of like superimposing here. And editing. Oh, you know what I really, really want of that, because I keep seeing, is the, you know on 76 you get the atom bomb hair, the hairstyle. I'm like, because I've got curlers that and I like red, like vintage headband. So I look like the housewife, which I did a collab with Sebas Props. And I absolutely love this character because I swear I was born in the wrong era. I'm not in King also says that too. Born in the wrong era. So like for Christmas, I will have to share it one day. So my idea is actually also to turn my kitchen into quite like a modern but vintage style, because it's basically from the 80s. My house is from the 80s. The kitchen's basically from the 80s. We're talking green walls. Yeah. Yeah. And then they've just painted the cabinets. It is actually probably original kitchen. And I want to have that and then do some like cooking streams. So spoiler alert, is come back to cooking stream. So maybe if I do that like once a month or so, I'm hoping like by dropping like my once every week Sunday stream, I maybe do once a month, Sunday fun day, and do like a cooking, whether it's baking. I might change the time, I might not, I might keep it the same, but do like vintage. And so I've got a radiation money box. Wait, radiation oven money box, which is downstairs in the kitchen at the moment. I want to get a shelf. We're all about shelves in this house at the moment for display, because there's lack of atom bomb hair and you look epic. You know what I mean? I've never ever ever bought a wig. I don't know how to style it, so I want to maybe try. That's something I want to try and do. Is literally to do that, make the atom bomb wig. I can even use like that, use the hairband around it, so I can be as my Miss Nuka world, but with the atom bomb wig. That's what I want to do. Look amazing. Oh, thank you. So you like Gecko knows what my kitchen looks like and probably can confirm it's like from the 80s. It's like original. So it is like a money box, but it looks like a gas cooker from like 1930, the 1930s. There is one, I don't know if I can actually change this for a second. Radiation oven money box maybe, that I can show you guys. Oh, there's one on eBay, right, okay. So it's there is only another one that I know is in the Victoria and Albert Museum. Let me just switch through this for a second. And then I wanted to get I kept saying to Mum, like, oh, I'm going to get a radiation. There you go. It's a Victoria Albert Museum. Are we not going to display this then? Okay. Why is this not coming up on my one? Is that going to change it? Interact. 1 second. The cookbooks from that era. And then she got me 2, which is like really hard to get and really good, acceptable, because apparently you have to do this. Here we are. This is what it looks like. This is what I've got. I won't say how much it was. Which I saw it about July, because it's around Mum's birthday. This thing here. In an antiques place. And I really loved it, and I wanted to get it, because it's Vault Boy size. It is perfect for Vault Boy size. And I thought, oh, I saw the price tag and was like, oh, that's quite a lot of money. Just for Vault Boy. We got 60 quid, I think, at the time. I will say that very quietly. And then we just so happened to go back again at like, must have been more like October, my birthday. And it had moved, but it was hidden, and I found it. I went around and then come back again the other way, and like literally back to the same area, and I saw it, and Mum was like, you gotta buy it, you gotta have it. So we got it for less money. So, and I wanted, the Victoria Albert Museum says it's from, the label said 1950, but I'm gonna go off what the Victoria Albert Museum says, 1935. So it has radiation written on it. It's a little money box. You can't open the door because there is no key, which is absolutely fine by me. And I wanted the matching cookbooks. So she's got me 2, and she was like, I can keep both, or she'd either return one or the other, so I've got to decide. One is from like 1933 and one is 1935, so I want to bring them out and do vintage cooking, and they've got pictures, of these ovens in it as well, so that's the idea. And I absolutely love it. Oh, and then also, while I was at this place, I saw a very old toilet roll. Like, oh, what was it called? It begins with B. Everyone goes, no, it's not, it's called something else. I was like, no. Anyway, my parents got me one. Old-fashioned toilet roll beginning with Bronco. I want to call it Bronco, but that doesn't sound right. Bob. I can't think what it's called. Oh, it could be Bronco. Is it Bronco? So there's another one. It's not that one. It's the other one. So I'm going to have this basically on massive tangent. I want a shelf in my kitchen. Again, acrylic boxes to protect it, but have old things on display. That's the idea. So she bought one of these books first, and my dad was like, She bought another book, and Dad's like, the slightly newer one, I say slightly by 2 years, is bigger and it's got pictures in it. And what they also liked as well is you've got like people's like slips of paper in it, which are still part of their history. I love it. I just can't get so excited about it. Crazy to be like vintage. Vintage. Get him you say that, Scales. Get him a doll's house. I have actually seen on Facebook Marketplace my mum does have a doll's house that her father made her when she was a little girl, which I am allowed to have, but I'd want to keep it as is. Or I have seen a doll's house, you say this, on Facebook Marketplace, and I looked at it, it's come down in price. It went from like 65 to 40, and I looked at it and went, I could turn that into a vault. You know, like a Fallout shelter, it's very square and blocky, and I'm like, I could turn that into a vault and have like a miniature, right? And I've got all like the, buy the Mephidius models and have them in there. And I'm like, this is a big project, but I also have to put somewhere else. But I have, for the little cooker from the doll's house, Mum also put with it little silver saucepans, because I was like, I know I've got white ones in there, and she found them. So my nephew is not allowed to play with the doll's house yet because he would wreck it. But it's that old. Well, my mum was little, so you're talking could be 60 plus years old. My mum has just turned 70 last year, so 60 maybe. And it's even got lights in it, so you have a massive battery like this big. That's so cool. But I wouldn't want to touch it. I'd want to leave it as it is. So you mentioned all that. That sounds great. She is. She's wonderful. She's a great vault mama. Hi, watching Paint My Blood Bowl Orcs. Hello. How is it going? I've kind of digressed from Warhammer. Today we've built 3 parts in an hour. Yeah, vintage toilet roll. I have a vintage toilet roll, which is also downstairs right now. I will put a picture in my Discord. It's still wrapped up in bubble wrap because I want to protect it. Because this one that we saw, it was like, I was like, it didn't have a price on it. We're like, depending on how much it is, get it. If it's like a £5, I don't know, it's like, alright. And we took it to the till, and it was actually the man behind the till. I was like, oh, I've got this little oven for like, Mum's like, oh yeah, this is for a little doll, for like content creator, and he's like, oh, I know the series. And I was like, well, I guess he's been to the premiere. First one, at that point. He was like, okay, so you're quite a big deal. And I was like, yeah. It's like, well, I've after partied with Todd Howard now. And he was like chatting away. He was like really up for it. He's like, so if he's still there, I need to do like a little video with Vault Boy and be like, ta-da, this is what I've done with him. And he was like, yeah, took it to, and he was like, oh, it hasn't got a price, it's got to be about £5. And yeah, we phoned the person who, at £10, and he was like, do you still want it? I was like, no, I'm not paying £10 for one toilet roll which you're never going to use. It's like, yeah. Strong silent type, that one is. Yo, fainty faints, lurky time. Thank you for the lurk. The strong silent type is this one. They shouldn't judge but vintage toilet roll. Even they wrapped it up in a box and they said on the label it said to use in emergencies, and I was like, what? That's what my parents did. That's what my parents got me for Christmas. They got me a vintage toilet roll. No, they did buy me the Beyblade and because we got a discount on it. I can't think it's called now, and the money box. I will have to show this all off one stream. So now I want to have a vintage shelf. So, you know, they often have got like, or they have, I think the cellar is gone in there though. You know, when they have like old tins and stuff, but I'm going to be very picky about what I want. So just a toilet roll, just for the comedic factor. This is actually called VHS, this song, and I can't figure out if it's broken or not because it's really loud. So yeah, so I'm quite particular about what I like, which just sounds really strange. And I did also get some massive... The green soldiers from Toy Story. Yeah. We were at a Christmas market, the last Christmas market me and Mum went to, and it was like a antique, fucking weird stuff, right, which you need about a mansion and a lot of money to buy stuff in, but we had to look. Anyway, then they had like these, you know, the toy soldiers, the green soldiers from Toy Story. They had big versions of them in like greens, blues, yellows, red. I was like, who the hell wants these in another colour other than green? And they were actually not badly priced, and had them out the side. And this guy was like, oh, it's like Toy Story, and the wife just went, well, I've seen them elsewhere. And I was like, and even he was like, okay, so clearly he's not allowed to have one. So I got two of them as well, which is pretty damn cool. So they're above my Fallout cabinet. I was like, who wants these in like a red, right? They are the Toy Story green figures, army men. There was a set of 4, and Mum was like, do you want 4? I'll buy you 4, like for Christmas. And I was like, I don't think I'd want 4. She was like, I could buy you 4. And I was like, oh, I could have had 4 and put 2 and 2. And I was like, no, I only wanted 1. And Mum was like, you can't just have 1. And I was like, oh my god. To be fair, she is right. 2 is the best number. I didn't want 4. I would have got the 4 if my sister was like, because we also asked if my brother-in-law would have liked some, but she said no. So we would have got the 4 anyway, and then just divided it between us two. I don't know where this sprue is. So I got kind of like random stuff really for Christmas. I will put a picture on my Discord. Going good. Giving that boy some lovely green skin. We like the sound of this. Got to have that lovely green skin. Orctastic. I got a Warhammer calendar for Christmas as well. And instead of October, they've crossed out Oct and put Orctober, which I thought was pretty cool. I have no idea what I'm looking for now. It's 2 different pieces. It is that piece. I thought it was. This is wilder. I thought I was being a bit much when I bought the vintage blade torch. It's against the Fallout one. That is pretty cool. I have also got a old tobacco tin. I want to say it was tobacco, which was my grandparents'. I think Dad was like gonna throw it out. It's quite big. Well, I say big. Probably as big as like one of these sections, which you can't really tell. So like one of these, and it has like old. I don't know if you call that like if you know what I mean by medical scissors. Like they're still pointy. So I'm like, that will go on the shelf. I'm sure it's tobacco. Probably it's tobacco, to be fair. But also, if you like historical things, another thing is I can also showcase. This is going. I didn't know I was into these weird and wacky things until this end of last year. So, because my dad, I'm going to put them also on display. I actually just thought about that. I'm hoping that they probably won't fit in my other display cases, or I'm going to put them in with my Warhammer, is my granddad during the war, because he was in the RAF, but what saved him, he was colourblind, so he couldn't actually fly, but he was in the RAF and he was in India and things like that. But what he did was, from the aeroplane window screens, I don't know what you call it, aeroplane window screen, he actually made aeroplanes, like aeroplane models, and they are so cool. And Dad's got them in a box, and he was like, do I donate them to like the museum or a museum or somewhere, because they are very, like, they are absolutely, they'll be priceless. Like the Perspex, that's it, the Perspex, yep, that stuff. Aeroplane models, and they've been in a box. I mean, my granddad, well, my grandma and grandma aren't here anymore. They've been in a box. When did grandma die? Oh, I was still at uni, 2000 and maybe 13, 14. So they've been in a box for like 10 years. So I said, you know, I can put them on a display so I can show them off. Perspex, that's the one. Make sure that, well, what's it made of? Hemp. I actually don't know what it's made of. I'm sure it's Bronco. Brands. I'll see if I can. I don't know if I can find it. Vintage toilet roll brands. Because it's obviously going to be quite like a. They were like, we did not pay £10 on this. It's like, I am glad. I don't think that person is going to sell it for £10 unless you've got somebody who really doesn't care about. Yeah, it's not oval. I'm sure it's. It probably isn't even that. I can't. Without seeing what it is. Or I can go get it. I would have to mute myself because they're playing. 3 of them are playing Lord of the Rings. Turns to dust if you try one, but it has clearly got like I'd say water damage. You know, you can tell it's old. I have a bag of them from the Fallout limited edition box. What were we on about? I've completely gone off on a massive tangent here. Nice. I've all like weird like collection thing. Oh god, it's great that Fallout gives us appreciating things. Exactly. That is. Have I missed something? I've missed something. Oh, like blowtorch and things like that. Or the scissors. It does. It really does, and it adds that like vintage vibe, right? Ones that hold surgical cuts open. I think they're just like your first aid box. They're really like small. There's quite a few of them in there. Not quite sure why. And then you're like, I'll just throw these away, and you're like, I think I'll just put the tin on display. Actually, I know. I think the tin is actually behind me. I think. In the cupboard somewhere. So like a little first aid that would cut like plaster. Oh, it doesn't mind that I put them as part of the what? I have a very odd sellotape tin. Oh wow, an automatic numerator that belonged to my dad. That's pretty. I think he'd love that. That's the same like with my granddad's planes. I'll have to show them off. Have them on like display. What? Like I would literally love to have that doll's house as well. And then literally turn it into a vault, because it just, as soon as I saw it, I was like, I could turn that into a vault. If they've gone, I can go and get the. Do you want me to go and get the toilet roll now? I think they are leaving. I know it's Perspex since woodwork class in 1998. I'm sure it's like Perspex, isn't it? Like on the old like aeroplane glass. The windscreens. It's just all like just history, isn't it? It is amazing. I think it does appreciate when you see things and it's just like, wow. So I may actually go to the Antique Centre on Sunday. I don't know. It depends. We may not. We probably won't actually. But I don't need anything else to the shelf. I think I'm fine. The shelf that does not exist yet. I think I can cope. Yeah, I want to stick this bit on. I was like, do I want to stick this bit on yet? Yeah. I'd love if you brought it out and was like, it's a regular toilet roll. Here is Andrex. Oh, I'm not that rich. Morrison's finest. I was like, you use it once. Oh, but do you want to go get it? I can go get it. A shelf of awesomeness and armpits. It's that awesome it that has its own, like... Doesn't exist yet. I'll have some pieces for you next time. Anyway. Ah, cute. I'm like, I have to be like, I have to exchange some stuff. I can go. Do you want me to go get the toilet roll? I think they've gone. Just so it isn't really so loud, and yeah. I can't work out if it's snowing or that was just big. I don't know. It looks glary. I'll go get it. I shall be back. I may suddenly have to mute myself. Oh no, I think the TV's on. Right, I shall come and get it. And I shall show you. I'll grab one of my army dudes as well. Well, I'll just grab them both so I can show you. Presuming you can still hear me. Sorry, that was the stairs if you heard it like creaking. So I'll bring it all up. Oh, it smells of glue in here. So firstly, these are my... You can hear me! Oh good! I was a bit like, and also then the stairs creak and I was like, I promise you that was the stairs. Just wait for it. Come back a bit. There's slightly delay here. But they look like... Right? The army dudes from Toy Story. Why would you want them in any other colour apart from green? I don't know. That's such a goofball. I've got so much that I need to edit. House tour, but no tour, just audio. I could be like, and in this room, they've literally got all my light. My cabinet lights are on, the TV's on with a Liam Dempsey stream going, kitchen light on, living room light on. I'm like, the boys have been playing. Oh, house tour with the good old days. Right. Le pied de resistance. Told you it's a bubble wrap. I haven't actually undone the bubble wrap. What am I doing in there? See? Bronco. He's done up in bubble wrap. I have not undone the bubble wrap since I got it. But here, I'm not making it up. Super fine toilet tissue. Can make up any old shit. I know, that's true. I'd be like, and in here is the Warhammer room. So I haven't actually opened it. I'm not going to open it fully, but you can see. Can you just see it's a little bit brown in there? If I can get it in the camera. See, it's in there. I'm not going to undo it. Because obviously it's, oh, I could have just done that instead. Oxford Street in London. They probably definitely don't exist anymore. I mean, it's not very round in shape anymore. But that's my I do have those. Number for kids. My god. So this is what my parents got me for Christmas. That is gonna go on the shelf of things. I proved it. Hopefully not used. Hopefully. Super fine. Super fine. I love it. Good god, they rinsed it off. Can we why it's a funny colour? Oh, I've really not done any of this paint. I haven't really built much at all. I also feel like I don't want to stick that on there, because can you imagine trying to paint that bit in there? We're going to do bits, you see. I'm out to try. It is amazing, isn't it? It's like a little bit ripped there, but considering its age. Yeah, I almost dropped it. I couldn't work out if that's meant to be there or they've drawn on it. I can't remember. I can't remember. I don't know. It's fraying around the edges, so it's really on the top bit. I mean, it would be good in the bathroom, but that would get destroyed in the bathroom. Wouldn't it? Before the, I'm now trying to look ahead to see what else we can do. I can do, like, yeah, I'm not going to stick. I can do 56, that bit, but I'm not going to stick that to it either. So, yeah. So, I don't really want a lot of, like, vintage stuff. I've never really been into that kind of collector thing. Like, my mum likes going around looking in, like, antique shops. Like, we go to, there's a sort of a big place where that didn't come from. Oh, I didn't grab my... Oh, you've seen the picture of the cooker. I didn't think of that. The kitchen light was on, but it didn't actually compute. There's another big one as well that we'll probably go back to again. I think they've got a event on in like the start of this year at some point. But it's like over an hour away. Oh, about an hour away. 29. So yeah. I want to talk about Warhammer. I want to talk about other stuff. Why is this not on here? Maybe it's not on here. That's 19. Can you take one piece off, or would that require destroying? You could trial a piece and see what it's like to weigh above the 70s or whatever. If only, see what it was like. What is it? There is another brand. No, not Urzel, that's alcohol, isn't it? Which was like rough. Reason why also I have that is because I think Mum and Dad said they were watching a program and it mentioned, or Dad said he remembers doing Bronco and Mum couldn't, and then weirdly we come across the one that was in the other antique shop and say Mum and Dad got me one for Christmas. Do I have... you see where I get it from? I'm hoping I didn't actually rip a little bit, but the outside bit is like really fine tissue paper, so I can't open it up anymore. And it's weird, like, I'm going around like all antique shops and say like with my mum, and she's just like, she's here that age where she's like, everything she has as a childhood is now considered an antique. It's like in a museum, it's antique. She's like, everything I had as a child. Like she said, she doesn't know where any of it went, so she thinks like our mum like threw it out. And like she says, you know, she likes watching like antique programs, and she's just like, I had one of them, and now they're worth a lot of money. So something like that, it just seems to really so weird and wacky. But that's one in like not many in existence anymore. So you think, so save your Andrex. If you've got a spare like a couple of grand lying around, just put one Andrex rolled away. In about 70 years of time, oh, we used to use this when I was young. See, if COVID hits again, I'm prepared. Like, people just went mad for toilet roll. It was just like, why? Like, why? Oh, I actually don't think they were the right numbers, were they? Oh, that's not even what I was looking at. I'm trying to find 29 and I can't see 29. I've just got out the wrong number. Not gonna lie, it would also put it off of another space. It's so random, isn't it? But I mean, I know I've got my grandma's, what was it called? Domestic workbook or something when she was at school. So my grandma, how old was she? Near on, it's got to be near on like 80, 90 years old or something, this book. And it's, I've done a couple of recipes before, or something, Vault Boys, done a couple of recipes from it. It's got things like how to look after your husband kind of thing in it. You know, how to keep a clean home, how to do this and that. This is what she had at school. And then my dad also gave me, from all of that, some old in the family, is that one? Yes, it is. Hymn books, prayer books and things. Which we would get rid of, but because they've got family history, they date back from like one of them was from my grandma was quite a churchgoer. One hymn book, prayer book, probably prayer book, not hymn book. Prayer book was a gift from her young man who was in the army but sadly died, and there is a picture of him in there. So it's kind of like you kind of feel guilty if you get rid of it. You don't want it, but it's something like that. So she kept it all this time. Don't ask for a demo. Yeah, hang on a minute. What would you put on your shelf for crazies used toilet roll? What are you on about? Cheers, Mum. I'm here for... Yo, welcome. I am loving the new emotes, by the way. I've seen your Instagram post, and it's really... They look amazing. I was like, oh my god, Grayson. I'll give you a shout out as well. So it kind of all fits in with like the Fallout vibe. I can't get into Radiators. They had some in the antique place that I went to with Mum. I was like, am I about to dox it? No, I'm not. Go and follow Random Arizona Dude. He's also a fellow follower who I've followed for a long time. Followed forever. What was I going to say? I can't remember what I was going to say now. It was difficult when there's things we felt we can't part from a past relative. My dad gave us 3 pieces of wood he loved and we don't know what to do with them, so I'm going to hang them in my shed. That is actually a really sweet idea. That is a really sweet idea. He can be like, be with you. So that's the thing. I've also got like, looking like antiques, a teddy bear. Oh, I can't think how I think at this point, if my grandma's alive, she's got to been like 100 or something by now. Which I was spoken to a Buddha about this. One speaks to a Buddha about every day, you know. I had an opportunity to. If you don't believe in reincarnation and all stuff like that, that's absolutely fine. But when my grandma got this teddy bear out one day, I saw it and was like, that's my teddy bear. Never seen it before. I wasn't like a wee bonny baby, you know, going, oh, that's mine. Give it to me now. I want it. You know, what's her name on Charlie and Chocolate Factory? I want it. It was that's my teddy bear. I have this weird vibe with this teddy bear. I've got it. But it was weirdly, I like to think, and it's going to sound really more weirder, but hey, we're going down this rabbit hole. I like to think I've been brought back to be with my grandma again, because the teddy bear belonged to her brother, or was it cousin? I can't remember which one. I've got the information with it. Who died as a baby. So this teddy bear has got to be about 100 years old. And weirdly, before I had this teddy bear, because Grandma gave like little, she had loads. I said she was a churchgoer. A little prayer book. It's only about like this big. Turns out, which I already had, belonged, what was given to this baby, something like that. So that's with the teddy bear. But it's even cuter is my grandma painted it a little outfit and painted it, knitted a outfit for the teddy bear. So I've still got that. I didn't know my grandma was a knitter until her funeral. Obviously didn't knit us anything. I hope I don't get reincarnated. I can't do this again. It is really weird. Why are you telling me to be like that? I don't understand. What? Why Games Workshop is the point of putting that detail in and then sticking it like that? Please tell me what the purpose of this is. I don't really understand. What's the purpose of that? Okay, I don't understand this. So bizarre, isn't it? I said you can tell me you're just mad, crazy. It's fine, you know. And I did mention this to the Buddha because it was like a yoga session I went to I did some sessions in New Zealand in yoga, and then she was like, oh, there's like a Buddha coming, so we all got invited to go and see this Buddha, like this, I don't know, workshop thing, I don't know what you call it. I know it was about past life, obviously yoga is very much into that, and I remember saying, oh, hang on a minute, like, you know, people's experiences, and I said, I had this fairly most recent, and he was like, oh, maybe you've been brought back to be with your grandmother again, which is really weird. Who knows? It's just nice, even if you think, oh my god, that's just mad and mental, but it's quite nice to think if that's what has happened. That's how I like to interpret it as. I don't have the teddy bear here though. So he could go on the shelf. Just fill it with like everything. So tonight we're not really doing much Warhammer building, we're kind of learning that crazy is just generally crazy. I'm looking for a little tiny bit. Yeah, never here to knock anyone's beliefs. Living up to the name. I am definitely living up to the name, aren't I, tonight? I can't really find 56. It's just like one of them things, isn't it, where it's just like, well, I've just found like this bit, and I was like, did I not stick it down? But I did. I can't find 56. Oh, I found it now. I'm going to say it's going to be a weird shape. I think that's a point for someone like myself that doesn't believe in anything. I think that's the thing. That's what I think. As long as it's not doing any harm, I'm not doing any weird voodoo or anything like that. It's just that I like to think, because I'm never going to know. I'm never going to know. You know? I like to think if that was the case, then yeah, that's quite sweet. I mean, it's probably an absolute load of bull. It's just like, you know. And then that bit goes on there. I'm not quite sure Games Workshop what you want me to do here. think it's that way around. Because it could either go that way around. Oh no, it does go the sticky out bit. Right, okay. This bit's fine. Oh, toughest video to date. Nice. I'm glad I can keep you entertained tonight. Chat. See, you see, you haven't spoken to me for like 2 weeks, so the craziness is coming out in one go. No, I haven't streamed for 2 weeks, so 13 days actually. So it's all coming out. It's all been bottled up for 2 weeks. Oh, I want to see if it's actually snowing. Well, I couldn't quite tell. It sounds really weird. But I was like, it kind of looks like glitter going across the screen, but I'm like, I don't think it's glitter. Or rain or something. It's probably rain. Oh, it looks kind of... It could be rain because it looks like there's snow, so maybe we're not cold enough. I don't know what it's doing. You know, in a way you're like, please snow, then you're like, oh yeah, it's meant to be sleet. Rain and snow. We call that sleet. Well then tomorrow we're still on warning. Oh, so this igloo might be washed away. I like this music. That's actually not bad, is it? Oh, I've clicked the wrong thing. Where is it? This is Stranger Synths on Soundstripe. Podcast. Playlist. It's actually not too bad, is it? I'm glad you enjoy it. Thank you. Reminds me of running in the 90s. It has got the, like... This is quite on point for the topic of antiques and stuff, isn't it? It has got that old vibe. So weird. That is so true. Because you cover, don't let one tell you it's bull. So as long as you're not hurting anybody and not like shoving it in people's faces. Or it's you know. Oh, that's pretty cool. You know the one. I know the one. Was it the toughest to do or the toughest to sort of mentally do? We need to get this song to be like #1. Then just be like,
thanks
fuck you.
For the raid.
Oh, thank you so much for the raid. I'm sat here a bit like, what do I do? What do I do? You've been raided by Jack's Game Face. Thank you so much for the raid. Right, we'll get back. Where am I doing? Let me go. I haven't streamed for 2 weeks. Welcome. I guess I changed the name of it. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid. How are you? What were you doing? Right. I mean, let me. It's gonna work. Oh my god. Always has a delay. With people raid. I don't know why. I'm not gonna lie, my brain read that as something completely. I was like, Fly Night. It read that as something completely different. Welcome in, Raiders. I've not heard of that. What is Fly Night? Tell me. I'm just talking about Jack's old Necron army because I just got into Warhammer. I've been live for almost 2 hours and I haven't built much of the Silent King. We've been chatting. But welcome in stream. Welcome in Raiders. This is the kind of like, I've done bits because I'm not building it all together because that would be impossible to paint. My name is Crazy MCR Angel. Feel free to call me any part of that name. I know it's very long-winded, so some people call me Crazy. I am living up to that name tonight. Or you can call me Angel, whatever you prefer. So, more commonly known as my trade, I don't know what you want to call it. I am a Fallout content creator cosplayer. These are all of my cosplays. This is me. That's my power armor. I like that fact I've been called Space Marine in it twice. I will take that as a win. And one was at UKGE, which is the UK's biggest tabletop gaming convention. So these are all of my cosplays of Fallout, Vault Girl, Nuka Girl, Nukatron, there's Nuka World, Power Armor. Yeah, all made by me. And I put it back in the plastic, the bubble wrap. And I do have a vintage toilet roll, which I got for Christmas, which you can't see right now. Because one forgets I was on another screen. So I have this. There's the story behind it. Thank you so much for the follow. So yes, I am Crazy MCO Angel. You can find me by that name on basically every single social going. I can put a link thing. So we have just had a raid over on Twitch. I am live on YouTube and Twitch, but links. My brain went blank then for a minute. Predominantly on Twitch. So there's my link. So I'm on Instagram, TikTok, everything. I've also done some miniatures, so I've been to the Mephidius Fallout launch event and most recently the Doom board game Kickstarter launch event, which was pretty amazing. So I've done other things than that. I started doing Warhammer streams, like painting and building, in April last year. So armies, I will get back to chat. So I am a Fallout cosplayer. I've won competitions. I haven't made a cosplay for a year. I'm sat looking at my Nuka Breaker right now. The Power Armor, I came third. I ran regionals twice in Fallout, Vault Girl and Nukatron, and I've been to London finals twice, and last year I came third, which is not bad in Power Armor when they judge you on moving. Which neither I can't really do well in Power Armor. It's either I can just waddle, and that's about it. And then I ended the year in my Power Armor again with a win at another convention, which then when I get building another one with foam, potentially turn into like a foam sponsor. But that's me. So Warhammer armies that I have got, I started off at AOS be like 3 years ago soon. 3 years ago now. Probably 3 years ago like this month. AOS Daughters of Cain. I then moved to Necrons painted. In April I started painting my Necrons, so I had them from about August the year before. 24, what year are we in now? So I have got a Necron army, that's why I'm building the Silent King, which is the chap just above me. I have got Voidy Boy, as this Void Dragon, but I've called him my Voidy Boy. And last year I also started to collect to do a Krieg army, and I have also been given the Baneblade for Christmas. So I used to stream 3 times a week, Tabletop Tuesdays, Fallout Fridays, Sunday Fun Days, where anything goes. But because I have had such quite a hectic year, I might drop back and only do like one Sunday a month, so like the first Sunday every month, where I bring back sort of like cooking streams, like vintage cooking streams. I might be doing it. It's generally been we're going to be doing building or painting Warhammer. So in the right place, the miniatures are set. I've got a couple of the Fallout faction ones. When I was at the UKGE, Mephidius asked me to be on the stand in cosplay, so I went in my Power Armor naturally, and they gave me the Scorchbeast Queen model, which wasn't even out yet, and I was like, oh my god. When the events manager, he handed it to me, he's got you something special, and I was like, oh my god, open the box up, and I was like, oh, I've only just seen a post that this is coming out, which was absolutely fantastic. I said I've just been to the Mephidius Kickstarter, the miniature games. I have also got access to Lord of the Rings. That has been going on downstairs tonight, and I'm being pushed to having a Hobbit army. We have had a Lord of the Rings build stream once as well, and I've also got Halo. Apex. No, I always get them confused. Halo Flashpoint, that's it, box set, miniatures, more miniatures to paint. I have played Apex board game at UKGE. So that's me. There's quite a lot. Quite a lot. Let me catch up. So welcome in everyone. So it's a bit of everything. Fallout, as I say, I am a Fallout cosplayer, content creator. I have also been my biggest claim to fame, which my viewers have probably heard of me saying. I was invited by Bethesda to go to Fallout Season 1 premiere, and I've just been to Fallout Season 2 premiere. I've been to Fallout London. I know the project lead and dev, a couple of people from Fallout London. I was invited down to a work meetup. I'm not in Fallout London, but I got invited. Very exciting. So, pretty cool. So that's me. So in my CV, I'm a Fallout content creator, Professor Nomi. I have after partied with Todd Howard, Walton Goggins. Oh, but welcome in everyone. So in the right place if you like Fallout, Warhammer miniatures. Thank you so much. I'll make sure I follow back. I have been raided. We are talking about Jasper. Oh, Necro. What Warhammer are you all doing? Or miniatures. We have a mix of people. Some people come in and they're doing like fantasy, D&D. Doesn't have to be Warhammer. If you are into miniatures and you want to share, I have got a Discord channel which is also in my links. I have got a tabletop, which is now, it was originally for Magic, no, Warhammer, then it kind of got onto like D&D chat. So now we've got Mighty Miniatures, so if you're doing any miniatures, chuck them in there. We can see pictures if you're not sure, paint job, build, put them in there. And tabletop is more for like Magic MTG. We're playing Fly Night, but the stream ended with us talking about Warhammer 40k. Reminisce about Necron, so thank you so much for coming in. I'm sorry I haven't really built much of the Silent King to show you. We'll pretend this is what I did earlier, right? I'm very excited. I said this was a Christmas present. I'm going to be doing him in bits. I'm not building him all straight away, because can you imagine them trying to paint that? That's going to be tough. Quite different, but still cool. Very, very like different. I love to do a Fallout New Vegas cosplay because I got a sick duster. I'm not sure why. Look, that would be so cool. I'm very on point with the series as well. I've got a couple of more Fallout cosplays that I want to do. As I was just saying previously at the start of my stream, my last Vault suit I made for the finals it literally just fell apart on the hanger. Like I've literally got it out of the hanger a couple of weeks ago, and it's like it's gone in the bum. Like the seams have come apart, and I'm like, all I do is wear it on stream. It's one I cannot wear out because it's like all the seams are just gone, and it's even like on the I don't know if I call it the vent bit. So it isn't just the actual jumpsuit seams. It's all like the extra detail I put in. That's all split the seams. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm seriously going to be making a third Vault suit. The first one I made adapted a morph suit because start and lockdown. Never thought I'd be here right now doing what I do. So I made another one to upgrade it because then I lost lots of weight. I mean, I've always been small, but I lost more and it didn't really fit properly. And it was a morph suit with yellow ribbon. And I did win a competition in it, which made me really emotional because I had to take it in to get in the take it actually in because it was too baggy. So I made this one. But I'm going to improve it, make a third one, and the other one I'm just going to absolutely destroy and weather the hell out of it. I have got a couple more. There is another 2 Fallout cosplays I would love to do. I always want to do Shally the Moo Moo. That's technically a third one because I love Shally the Moo Moo, and in 76 I have the Shally the Moo Moo outfit and backpack. But there's 2 that I really want to do, and I need to know which one. I can only do one. I would love to do a Warhammer cosplay, and that would have to be a Necron. I did potentially want to do a Daughters of Khaine, because that is where I first started. But I might do a Necron, because I like Necrons. I would love to do a Krieg, but then I was also warned about doing a Krieg, because when you start posting a Krieg cosplay, when people do not know that it's Warhammer, you get a lot of hate, because it looks like a certain sort of military regalia. For those who don't really know history. Basically. I would love to do a Krieger cosplay at some point, but it's not potentially on my priority list. It's kind of like down. So, all in all, I have 3 cosplays and another headpiece and a headpiece that I want to do, which is to go to UKGE. So I'm like Mephidius have said, if I ever want to be at their stand at any other convention, I just ask. And I'm like, so I'm going again this year. But not in my power armor. I think that's why I got such a prize. a gift from them, because it was exchange of, you help us to promote and bring people in, and we help you by promoting you, like on your socials. Because I was in Power Armor, I was standing there in like 4 hours the first day, and it was because it was hot in the summer. My voice is going. But I stood right underneath the vent, and the vent was coming down and then going back up my Power Armor. I had fans, but the fans were blowing warm air. I built fans into the cosplay. I thought you said Beyblade. Not like Beyblade. Like Baber Blades. Is that Bane Blade? I didn't even question it. It's costume like Jello molds. Like proper like vintage like I can't find this number and it's really small, 2 small pieces. A Radiation brand cooker money box. It's not that big. From it's about 1930s to 35. And so with that I've got 2 Radiation cookbooks. Why Radiation, you ask? Because in Fallout you have Radiation King, and being a Fallout, I'll say Fallout Queen, that's a bit presumptuous. Being a Vault girl, that resonates very well. Also kind of why I like Krieg. Also because I like, that's going to sound really weird, World Wars I find historically interesting, without sounding weird. Oh my god, I've just found them. They are absolutely tiny. But I've also got like my grandma's domestic workbook from when she was at school. I started off doing like cooking streams on TikTok, and I keep thinking about bringing TikTok in, but when I eventually get around to switching over the laptops to a more powerful gaming one, I might also bring in, that might actually be there more like on a Sunday. I might do that actually, because the TikTok chat was so bonkers. So now I switched to Twitch. That was amazing and definitely worth a follow. Wonderful musician, professional, silly man, just a cool dude in general. I love that. I love that. Finish my dishes. That's the sick Christmas present, and yeah, I can imagine, because I'm dumb enough to try. Too many people don't know history. That's what I think. I mean, when I opened the Beyblade box, I showed like, I was like, I want to have a look at this, and I showed like my parents like what it's like, and I was like, oh look, you know, this is why this gets all this kind of hate, because of like, you know, the little decals, and they were like, I was like, and they were like, oh, that does look a bit. I was like, that does look a bit. So there she says. Gonna work on an Orc 40k. Yeah, I'm gonna do less cosplay. I just my mind do a less cosplays, and I was like, well, there's at least 3 Fallout ones that I want to do. I'm gonna need a mansion in this, right? I want to do I would love to do a Daughters of Cain, because that's where I started. I want to and if you know Daughters of Cain, it's gonna be like Marathi, Shadow Queen, and also I can't think what she is. What's her name? I haven't actually built it yet, but I haven't played AOS for like a long time. A new model that I got, where she's like black and blind, like eyes are bandaged. I can't think what she's called. Gonna work on an Orc 40k cosplay. Oh my god, you have to show us if you do. Oh, my links don't work in thingy, do they? Hopefully ready for Norcon Norwich Anime Gaming Con. We've met in person. Your name may have just clicked, I presume. Or you're not the person I'm thinking of. And Gaming Con to test run both. And I would love to go to MCM. Let me put my links in. Or if you're like, no, we've never met. That doesn't work there, does it? That is so cool. I have not been to an MCM. I did think about it in October. Why didn't I go? Oh, it's because then I was going away start of November, and because then I had a lot of then time off, so I was in London. I had a couple of days off in London to go to the Doom Kickstarter launch event that I was invited to. There we go. My links don't. Oh, the link tree don't work, so I have to do it that way. And then 2 weeks later, I had another couple of days off because then I was in London yet again for that premiere. So I was a bit like, I can't really do this and go away in November. I was away actually at Warhammer World when I got the communication saying you have been from Bethesda saying you have been invited to the premiere, and I was like, oh my god. But I couldn't tell anybody until we were at the event / after. Basically, it's safer to tell people after. You know, Todd Howard, I think that allows you to say you're a Fallout queen. That's true. I beelined because there was the after party and he was just mingling. Walton Goggins was at the bar and I was like, oh my god, I actually want to go to the bar. And I wanted to like do that to him, but I was like, he's also in deep conversation with someone who looked quite... If I said belongs in the theatre, do you know what I mean? He kind of looked quite spiffing. You know, and I was like, I don't really want to be the one to like jab Walton Goggins. Fucking it's me leaving Vault Boy on the bar, like, is he gonna turn around and notice? He didn't. But I was like, I don't want to, like, because we were told quite strictly, do not go up in their face, do not shove a camera in their face, do not ask for photo, that kind of thing. And we're like, of course we're gonna ask for selfies. We were strictly told they are there like how we are there. It was like, okay. Which you can understand, because, you know, they must be under a lot of, like... I'm actually really confused which way around these go. That way around. And then, Darth Zion. He went, because we were standing together, so I got to meet, like, Civil Fallout, Mr. Civil Fallout, Tommy... Well, not to dox him, plays. Vinyl, Fallout Vinyl. Oh my god, my brain's going. Who else was there? Nocturnal Naomi. Who else was there? And so he went off to loot and he come back and he was like, he came to me and was like, Todd Howard is literally just over there. I just walked past him. And my music does this, 1 second. There you go. And I was like, I need to leave because the last train that I was getting was like 20 past, or about 11:30 at night. And I needed to leave about 11:15 to go meet my brother-in-law just around the corner. My sister's husband around the corner, because his brother, yeah, long story short, was the comedian of the year. So he came third in the comedian of the year, literally just around the corner. So I went round to meet them at the bar, got my heels off, put my flats on, we legged it to the train. So I was like, I need to go, because after that point, and now it's London, but after that point, it gets a bit... I had to travel to the other side of London, because this year they didn't pay for accommodation. First premiere they did, but I can see why, because this was such a different experience. So I was like, well, I'm alright, because I could stay at my sister's, I've just got to travel in. So I was like, he was like, I want to go say hello. And I said, look, I've got to leave in a minute, I will go and tap him on the shoulder. And they were like, you can't go and do that to Todd. I was like, oh, I will. I'm not leaving here. I've got to walk past him. I'm not leaving here until I speak to him. I don't want to miss my train, but I don't care. And I know he did. He was talking to Civil Fallout. Then he actually made a point to turn around and engage in conversation. And Darth, bless them, he stood back to allow me to talk to him first, and we got a photo together, which I thought was really sweet, because I met him at Fallout premiere. Him and Laura Draws, something like that. So I was like, oh my god, there's like 2 people I know. So it was like, this is really lovely that I've got a picture with him, with Todd Howard. That's why that's going to live up here. Even oh my god, here is a story again. I can't wait to put my duster away somewhere, but I've posted my minis so far. Oh, I've been gifted all of them. Oh, I can't wait to have a look. Yeah, feel free. to put it in there. Have I got a cosplay section? I don't think have I can't remember on my own Discord. I think I mentioned about putting them in there. Especially because I'm a cosplay person. But go for it. Feel free to post in there. I'm still learning Warhammer. Never got into it because never has someone to play with until recently. Oh, that's really exciting. Yeah, I'm not like that great. I do struggle to retain information, and I put my hands up with that. Sometimes you don't understand how this goes. What you want, Games Workshop. So I do find it hard, but I just enjoy like the miniatures and like the painting side of it as well. I do enjoy playing it, but literally by like round 3, especially by 4, like round 3 I'm starting to lose it. Round 4 my brain is like fried. By 5 I'm like, please just end it now. As in kill me now. He's terrible, man. Yeah, I was there. 4K. Ah, yes, right. Yes, Aristratum Cogboy. It was so good to meet you. I've only just clicked. When you just said that, I was like, I know who you are. Thank you for coming in. What did I call you? This is my Warhammer knowledge. Adeptus Mechanicus, whatever it was, I can't even remember. See, my memory's not great. I was like, oh, I know your Warhammer though. Not Adeptus. That's Custode. Mechanicus, whatever it is, I can't think what it is now. Myself. I kind of think what day Watts went, because Watts was there. If you saw Ronald McDonald, he was part of the crew. Or was Ronald one that was... No, you were Ronald when I was a hobbit, I think. Where is he? No. You go say something to Volboy. I could never. There is a cosplay. I'm glad that my mod knows there's a cosplay section on my own Discord. I'd love to do a Warhammer one, but you know when you're just like, it's also time, money, storage. But I've decided if I did do one, like foam, that could probably go in the loft. I keep looking thinking I'd love to build like an even better power armor, but I'm also like, oh my god, I need a bigger house. I don't know Games Workshop where I meant to cut. Okay, I think I know. I will cut this bit off so you can see, because you won't be able to see that because I wanted to get it in. Right, I'm going to cut a big chunk off so you can see what I mean. Well, I don't know if you're actually going to be able to see it. I think, because then it slants, it's this bit here, but on the front it's like, yeah, but where do I cut? I think it's 39. I was trying to be part of the Adeptus Administram. Everyone thought I was part of the Adeptus Mechanicus. I was, hey, it's right. See, I was like, I thought I was Custodes. There we go. Just rolled with it. I'm so sorry. Can I get away with the excuse that I don't really know much about Warhammer? To be fair, I have been... people kept thinking I've been called a Space Marine twice in my Nuka-Cola power armor, which is red with Nuka-Cola on it. I have been mistaken. Once from behind, to be fair, at Anime and Gaming Con. I was like, I would take that. And second time at UKGE, which I had half on because then my 2 squires were walking me the fucking other side of the world, I think, to get there, to where I needed to be. So I had half of it on, because there was no way in hell I'd be able to walk that in power armor. I'd still be walking back. Yeah, this is like summer. Oh, I don't know where you want to go. Usually as near to part as you can. It was very like, which bit? Because from one angle I was like, this doesn't look like it should be there. That's a future crazy problem if I've cut it off right. That's a future crazy problem. I think I've cut it off right, and then trying to look at the picture, but you know, sometimes the picture does not help. I forgive you. Thank you. I do think it was really cool. The other, I can't think what is a Space Marine character. Did I see him? I don't think I really got to see much of him in his cosplay. I can't think what his name is. Koroxon. He does the big, is it Black Templar cosplay? He's now had to retire that cosplay. He's only going to get it out if requested. So he's like life size. So I'm like, oh, that's sad, but I'm also like, I can't wait to see what else he does. As in, like, what he's going to do next. And it was so sweet that he came up to me last year as my Nukatron and was like, this is so cool. I was like, thank you, I love what you do. And then he came up to me again in my power armor, and I was just like, this just means so much when you've got somebody like who can build that. To come up and like, you know, to like acknowledge your like cosplay. It's amazing. Because I'm like, especially because mine's like a mini version and he is life size. So one day I'll get to do like a Warhammer cosplay. Aaron's like, you need to do a Sister of Battle. I was like, is that because that's just so stereotypical? Because any female who does, I'm gonna hate this. It's quite common amongst females to do a Sister of Battle cosplay. There's no hate because they are quite badass sisters. But also, I'm just gonna leave it there. Like some people tell me I need to do a Raider cosplay from Fallout. There's not much to that cosplay. In some versions I've been requested to do. I'm like, thank you. But a Sisters of Battle one would be really cool. But I'm like, I don't know anything about them. So it kind of feels like, at least like with a Necron or a Krieg, at least or Daughters of Khaine, the 3 armies I've got. And not do it just for likes, if you know what I mean. Because some of them, I know someone who has got a Sisters of Battle cosplay who goes to Norcon, and hers is amazing. I think that's the first time I met her. Yes, because they were in a stand with some other people who did Warhammer cosplays, and I was like, oh my god, I love it. And if I lived like nearer to her, she said I could have joined their like group and they would make me a Sisters of Battle cosplay, so I could then go and do like cosplay events with them. I was like, oh, I wouldn't turn that down, because I'd be like, I don't talk to me, I don't know anything about it, but I wouldn't go out on my way to make one, because I'm sure then they could tell me all about it. If that makes sense? Oh, I put that the wrong way around. No, I haven't. When an Eldar Howling Banshee. I don't know what that is. I know what Eldar are. I don't even have to put it in, because it all knows. Oh wow, I see! See, that could be one. That is one of King's cosplays. They literally are quite like, Witch Elves from Daughters of Khaine, by a quick flick. Oh, that must be a whole of 169. For like 5 models, there must be a whole army. Because they're like, it reminds me of Witch Elves because they've got big hair, not much. Apart from Witch Elves, they've got big boots. Like, thigh-high boots on. And then like, 2 weapons. That's what I just love about cosplay. You can just do whatever, and it's really, I love it. See, then saying that, like Daughters of Cain, they're a little bit like, not much. I can't think. That's going to annoy me now. What is her name? Like, I went as far as thinking like you could do like Marathi, the Shadow Queen even, and have like mechanical wings. Crone Seer, that's it. I knew I'd get there and eventually to do the Crone Seer. But it'd also be quite hard, so you'd have to have like the bandage over the eye, but you can still see through. Like one way kind of gourds or something. Cogsworth. I would actually love to do a Cogsworth. Just like a prop. I've always wanted to knit one, because I love knitting. That's not going to happen. Or maybe I'll make one out of like, I've got to try foam this year, because as I won Norcod, I got a lot of like foam stuff and opportunities with foam. Make a Cogsworth and hang it from the ceiling. How cool would that be? Maybe not a life-size one. Maybe like a mini one. That'd be so cool. That could be quite cool because you could actually do it. And then have like, if you've seen like the Mandalorian on his spacecraft, so what they do to make that is they put like reflective film so you can't see the wheels, so it looks like it's hovering. You could do that in the center, so you could be like just the body as Codsworth, and you could have like like a tube that you stand in, and you can just shuffle along, or black it out so you can't see. It could actually be easily done, and then you could just have your arms. That might get a bit tiring. Like this. You could just literally just have it like on your head, mechanical. You'd probably want something like your hands in, so you could maybe like move some of the hands, the arms. Swooping Hawk, if you want wings. I think wings would be so cool. That's why I thought I could do like the Shadow Queen, get mechanical. But also at con, they're quite difficult to do, aren't they? Because you'd have to make sure you can. I'm not gonna do that bit yet. Not knock anyone out. Can I be the beast if you do the Chrome Seeker? Crone Seer. From Daughters of Cain. I don't know what this means other than the Chrome Seeker. Is it the Crone Seer? It sounds something like that in my head. I have her box set, but I just haven't had, Krisu said the Crone Seer, that was it. Can we see pictures? Are you just not gonna? And then she's got like her hair right over her face. So that would be also another challenge, to make wings, which I've never made. And also wig work, which I've never done. So we are now going to move to this man, and then because you have to do it in like proper stages. I am just picking bits that I want to do right now. Oh, I just googled them and saw that she has a beast in some of the pictures. She's on like a plinth, or it could be maybe another type of Necron. She looks so cool though. But you know when you're like, all of this requires money, time, storage. When you know when you're just like, I just want to build everything. I just need like a house just for like cosplays. That would be so cool. Oh, there is another little one that I would do, and I always thought if I ever decided to do AnimeCon again for like again, I don't know, Games Workshop, what you want me to do with that bit. Ooh. I'm going to leave it on because I'm not entirely sure if that should be on or off. There is another one that I know I would do for the finals, which is nothing Warhammer or for that related. But it's more on the fact if you can have fun with it, more recognisable. Because that's why I find that the Anime League ones is, if it's really down to like interaction, audience interaction, if they don't know the character. But I mean, I came third, which was pretty impressive. I think it's more like, what the hell is this cosplay? So there is one that I would do, which is completely unrelated to anything that I currently do now. And I wouldn't need squires for... I think everyone's like, please, crazy, just do a cosplay where you don't need people to assist you. I am very grateful for everyone's help. Everyone does it like once and then like not again. Because it's not like... I like to think it's not too bad looking after me when I'm in my power armor or my Nucatron. I just literally just need assistance whilst walking, because even if you are this big red cosplay, people still walk into you. It's like, I can't go through this door if you are standing in the way. You know. People. Always, Sistine, if you want to stay. On the marine side, I see you. Anyone driving a better body, please? Hey, crazy. Welcome in, Plate Smasher. Happy New Year to you too, and I hope you had a good Christmas. Strangest stream. Gotta go. No worries at all. Thank you for coming. I'm trying to work out this thing. Thank you for coming in and for chatting as well. Nice to speak to you again. Much appreciated. I always happy to assist, I'm sure you said, but last time I was like, oh shit, she's cosplaying, but I felt like death. That's alright. I said I had plenty of other people, it's just like, you just need to place me, and then I'll just stand there. That's all I just needed to do. Because it is mad how you do require like 2 squires. AKA squatters, what do they call it? People to look after you in cosplay. To dress you, undress you, in the most unflattering way possible. It's like when I went to the Doom launch event, there was this guy who was on the door, and he was like, I remember you. I was like, yeah, I was the one in power armor at your stand, and he was like, please don't tell me you need a drink of water this time. Because I was standing in power armor, they give you drinks, so like bottles of water, and they hand it to me. I'm like, I literally can't. I could put my arm out in front. I cannot even put my helmet on. And so he had to squirt the water into my mouth because they weren't a normal bottle. They were ones like there's what you want to call it. They basically had to squirt it into my mouth. So it wasn't like unscrewed drink kind of business bottle. So I was like, I'm so sorry. Oh my god, I got his head on there. So awkward. I've never met this person. But I was like, thank you very much. There are 2 little scarabs on there as well. I have just seen. They are absolutely tiny. I'm gonna find his head now. But we'll see, because I'm not gonna... I've enjoyed not being like... Because I made... Was it like 2 years? Straight cosplays. So I kind of enjoyed not having the stress. It's literally like, make it competition. But my priority really at the moment is to get the house, do up the house. Boring. So I'm like, I've done a little bit of that, I could make a start. Why is it so difficult to find a head? 61. But I mean, I'm quite happy to return the favour. So it was quite nice at Norcon because the first day I went as a hobbit. The amount of people who had recognised me from past cons and were like, "You're not in Fallout." And they were like, "Why aren't you in Fallout?" I was like, "Because I am as a hobbit." And then my friend went as a Nazgul, so I could help her out. I said, "Then tomorrow, I'm the one who needs help." You know, like carrying my friend's love stuff because he was like Darth Vader. So it was quite nice. It was enjoyable, you know, not to be like, because I always feel guilty because I'm like, you're here for con, but also I hope people don't feel like they have to stay with me. It's like literally just place me, like because at UKGE I went with King and Creed and they went off. I was like, just place me, take me there, place me. So like on the Mephidius stand, obviously there was the staff, they'd come up every now and then going, are you all right? And there was like, on the first day there was like 2 other people in cosplay beside me. I couldn't talk to them though because I had a helmet on, so I couldn't actually join in a conversation. I could listen. Why did my music just stop? And that's the thing, I don't remember what I was saying a while ago. It's because I was standing there and just sort of turning my head. People literally thought I was an animatronic because I was just not really moving much. I was like, I'll take that as a compliment with my cosplay. Oh yeah, did you ever find a helmet from King's Dream? No. And I don't know where it's gone. I have not found it. So he was building some Lord of the Rings figures on stream because he wanted to get them done. A bit pinged off. A helmet head. Yeah, helmet. We never found it. And he could not rest because he didn't find it. And he was getting annoyed because he's very tism that way. He couldn't find it. I was like, it's literally because he had boxes of like my power armor currently is boxed underneath. He took it out, put it back. I then took it out, put it back. He then took it out, put it back. I then took it out. I was like, it's not in this box. I don't know where it is. Literally, it was you were getting undressed like in the bathroom. You were going to stand very slowly. You were going to take your socks off in case for some magical reason it got into your socks. It was like, I don't know where this thing went. But what he did in the end, which I told him to do, just green stuffed it. So he green stuffed it to look like it's wearing a hood. I was like, don't worry, just green stuff it. But you couldn't let it. He was really like, he couldn't rest because it is literally gone in the void. Literally, it has vanished into the void. And we tried to recreate it. But when you recreate it, it doesn't ping that far. And we were finding other bits on the floor, like bits of chopped sprue. We never found it. So weird. I'd have been the exact same thing. True. If that was mine, it's so frustrating when you do drop a bit. I know when I was building the flayed ones, I get told off because I say that wrong. Oh, I just kept dropping them on stream and I was getting angry and angry. I was thinking in my head, I am streaming right now. If I wasn't streaming, this would have ended up out the window. I was dropping a bit, but you know when you're like, I'll get it later, and you're like, I'm gonna get this now off the floor. So I still haven't come across it. I don't think I'm gonna come across it. So, but he fixed it. Literally just green stuffed it and made it into a hood. So instead of a helmet, it's got a hood on it, and it looks good. You wouldn't go, oh, that's green stuff, because it's all painted. I was like, see, But it's not the point, is it? It's not the point. It's not the design. But it is irritating. I'll find it at some point. When they get new carpet in there, the carpet mum will be like, "Is this helmet of any use to you?" Somehow magically worked underneath the carpet and under the underlay. Can you imagine? That's probably actually what's happened. It's got definitely lost into the Mordor, I think. Fuck knows. I actually don't know if that was the right piece now looking at that. That is not the right piece. I just saw that. That is not the right piece. It's exactly the same piece. Hang on, there's 3, 4, there's 3. It's the wrong piece. Good job I didn't slick it down. Boris took it, did you? I watched when I last watched the not the film but the series on YouTube when I had COVID in September. I remember that was September because that's when King went to America. And I woke up the day I went to bed because we watched him, didn't we? Watched him fly out. I was like on stream. I was like, right, it took off. And I woke up the next day and I had COVID. I was like, thank you very much. He flew out just recovering from COVID. So I remember distinctly, I decided to watch The Borrowers whilst I finished painting my Doomsday Arc. The original series, Arrietty. And Spiller. I can't remember anything about Warhammer, but I can remember the names of Borrowers. And the little village! Not the right piece, sorry, I distracted you. Plays cutely. Like, no intention at all. Oh, it's actually, that is a bit that I need at the bottom, just not quite yet. So, a mistake that has turned out to be a mistake, because it's actually the blue bit, that's the last. Yeah? I do actually need that bit. A happy accident, as they say. Unintentional. I've got a bit of fluff I could irritate. Equally, I don't think I'm going to stick that down. No, because this is where we're going to get into this. This is going to be really difficult to do. As you might see, if it catches up. That is going to be really hard to do. And then paint on the inside. So, no. To be fair, you can do that bit because he is hovering. They look fairly similar. And then it goes in that way. So we can still do this bit. So the bit that he sits in. It was all meant to work out in the end, and then so he would then pop in the middle, but obviously that's going to be loose because it's just stuck down. Other bits are like really like fiddly. I'm not really looking forward to that bit. I'm kind of tempted, like some of it might have to be a spray on the sprue, paint on the sprue kind of job thing. There's a lot to it, but I'm glad I did like a little bit and have a good sort of like chat. So this is all the bits. You can see like it's going to be a, you need to paint, so even like that should then clip on there. But I'm also like, unless I do that the same, I don't even know what bit that is. Oh, at the base. Like, you might want to paint behind it and then paint the front a different colour. I imagine I'll probably paint it the same colour, to be fair. But you know when it's just like, I don't really know. I can't even find what bit it was on now. Oh yeah, so there's like two bits. Another bit should go on the other side. And that sits on there. Which then goes behind. That sits like that. And then he sits about there. Did you build the entire thing? Do you build it? Or do pieces then paint? I think this is definitely going to be a pieces then paint. A bit like my, say, Doomsday Arc, I kept the two sections separate, so the big gun underneath was separate to the main bit. And the ribcage bit, just so it's easier to paint. So this will be a lot easier to do in sections as well. I'm just undecided if I want to paint that a different colour on top. To do like maybe a lead belcher underneath, like the similar like dark blue I've used. So it's going to be a lot of that. It's going to take a long time to do. And it's going to have like each bit done. There's not even like scratch the surface yet. But I knew it was going to take a long time to do. And then it should all just come nicely together. It just makes it so much easier. Because sometimes, I mean, you can say, just build it. And then, say, airbrush just on green. So a bit like the vibrant green. Which I will do him exactly like my Void Dragon. My Voidy Boy. That kind of green I've done. It's going to look really good. Hopefully. I haven't stuck them to the bases yet themselves either, but I feel like I might not. Chances are, because it's on a very small base, that's probably going to wobble off quite easily. And then it should be easier to actually paint inside, because when you've got the flat base, oh, where is it? Sometimes to then angle the brush in. Yeah, I bet it seems like an absolute beast. It really does, doesn't it? Other than Warhammer White, I've seen one. So he's going to be quite big considering the base is that size, which is quite huge. I'm not sure exactly how tall he stands. I'm going to say read this first. I was going to say resemble in sections. Is this dude at the top controlling, or is he just a victim? I think he's just a victim. I don't actually know. I haven't really read his rules. So I think this dude, the main dude, is like, and he's got like two little henchmen beside him. You can't actually see that. So either side, and then that guy, I think he's just a victim. So it's a bit like the Void Dragon. So that name, however you say it, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that, is this dude here in the middle with the long flowy cape. It'll be fun. I'm looking forward to doing it. This is when you're like, if I had an airbrush. But I can hand paint it because then it will match my other ones. I've still got to paint. I've almost finished painting them on. They're probably like 99%. Actually, no, I've got lots of guns to do and eyes. But it's all like little finicky detail, and I've got some like a couple of blades to do. Yeah, not got much else. So it's basically there. This is going to be fun to try and do and then paint. It probably won't fit in my cabinet either, as like the monolith won't fit because it's too big. But they can sit out, it's fine. Well, I could get acrylic box and sit him in. I'll put him somewhere. But yeah, that's actually quite fun. I think I've hit my limit over the glue. It's been fun chatting. I see a lot happens in like 2 weeks of Christmas and New Year. Right, I shall put my links in. I have to copy and paste it over to the tube. There we go, that's come through. No, that was really good fun. Nice to sort of have that like good chat catch up as well, and doing a little bit of Warhammer. That's why I was like, I probably will build most of my Baneblade probably off stream. I don't know. I'll see how I go. I might build like the base of the tank and then tank accessories, but I'm gonna get that magnetized. So maybe the Baneblade will make an appearance. Definitely for like painting as well. Got so much to do. So basically, what I'm gonna try and do is just build my Krieg at some point. Taking me almost a year. What, June, July? How many months ago was that? A long time. 8 months. It's going to be a year, isn't it? It's going to be a year. And as long as they're done and I can just paint. I can play with them. I can't really play with them at the moment. There's only so many proxied bases you can do. For chatting. Give with you. Oh, it's so good to be back. I'm glad everyone had a good sort of festive break. I will be back on Friday for Fallout Friday. I'm not quite sure which Fallout to do. I'm very keen to start on Fallout 4, but I can't do that if I've got the mod. Or maybe go back to Vegas. I don't know. I think the new not seasons, I don't know. I'm not sure. It'll be some Fallout of some kind. Maybe I'll do one this Sunday for the first Sunday of the month. So there will still be the 3 streams, technically. Maybe. We'll see. So it might be like, I've got a lot to get on with. But yeah, definitely on Friday. I'll feel more about it maybe on Sunday as well. It might be changing up my rota a little bit. Let's go to... Let's have a look. So we're going to raid. There is someone who's about to start. Oh, I see. Probably like 11:30 technically our time. We'll go rain into someone we know because, you know, it's New Year. Or we can share the love ones. Let's go with someone we know today. Or someone else doing Necron's tag. I don't Wonder if that worked. No results found. Fantastic. Okay. Jamming along to that music. I keep trying to... Oh, I don't understand what's going on there. Come on, Twitch. There we go. It's having a little bit of delay on Twitch for some reason. I'm waiting. What's it doing? Oh, okay, they're just there. We're gonna go to this person. Just trying to organise the scene. Who we're going to? Let's go to this person here. Oh, they are quite exciting things. You know, it's just, oh my god, Twitch, come on. You know when you start to lose the will to live with it? There we go. I think their OBS has just literally just crashed. We're gonna raid in anyway. Because why not? If they're having OBS issues, let's just raid in. So thank you, we finally got there, Twitch. Finally got there. Right, we're gonna raid in because they're having OBS problems. We're gonna go and raid Warduck Miniatures because they're having OBS problems, and I can see that. Oh! We have movement. We have food. I don't know what this is, but that looks really nice. I want to know what this is. It looks really nice. It looked like a dessert. So we're gonna. They've just showed this on camera. So we're gonna go and raid in. So stay in. Come on, and let's go for a raid over. And I shall see you all on Friday for Fallout, or with chaotic end to stream. Thanks, Twitch. But take care. Lovely to see you all. And